Everyone, my name is Hridaya Jagathiva. I'm an 18-year-old student from Perth, Western Australia, and the name of my film is Irony.
Hi, my name is Tessa Hill, and I'm the filmmaker behind the film Held.
Hey, Real Expressions Teen Film Festival, my name is Kayla Wild. I am the writer and director of Cycle.
Irony is based off a poem which I wrote last year. That won the Young Australian National Writers Award for Poetry, so I thought that it would, because I didn't have any other ideas at the time, so I thought that I could turn it into a short film, so kind of like a visual poem sort of thing.
I took this image of a girl who had experienced this amount of trauma and abuse in her life, and also how it was not so specific. It was the way that our experience manifests themselves in us, and I wanted to show that visually through these hands controlling a girl and really affecting her in a very real way, but it was something that only she could understand.
Cycle, the idea for that was just the idea of the cycles of addiction, of legacy, of things passed down in life, and how, you know, a lot of people get stuck in the cycle of poverty or foster care, and I hoped at some point that, you know, no matter what we got handed down in life, that we always have a choice.
In terms of the most challenging part of making my film, I'd probably say it was making the music. Music creation is quite a new thing for me. It was also really fun to just play around with the sounds and the kind of feel I wanted for the film, and I'm quite happy with how it turned out in the end.
Probably the number of shoots we did. So we had 5 different scenes in the film. 3 of them were at my house. That was easy, but it was a long day of shooting. 1 of them was outside, so we had to cope with a lot of not so nice sound, and a couple of them I had to reshoot. So it was just a lot of work that went into shooting, and sometimes shooting can be a super difficult process.
Well, it had to be just securing locations. We had 0 money, so we always had to find, like doing the diner or the laundromat, we had to do it before or after store hours for free, and having to deal with, you know, tension with store owners who were not too hot about us making the movie. You know, that was tough, but we learned a lot.
My favorite part of making the film, I think, was probably brainstorming the different ideas for the different parts of the film that would correlate to the different lines of the poem.
It was really nice to work on set just with 2 people. It made talking to them very simple. They knew what questions to ask. They knew how to kind of work with me. It was difficult because it was kind of the first real narrative film that I made, even though it's a little bit not narrative as well. It was the first film that I made that I also had confidence in my idea, so it was also a little bit nerve-wracking in that process, making that, but having such great actors to work with, and these images in my mind that I knew that I wanted to see, and to have such support in that situation was really amazing.
I don't know exactly what I'm planning to do next, but because all of my previous works have been animated, I'm thinking of trying live action films. So I'm just gonna slowly learn about, you know, cameras and just different techniques. But basically, I want to try some live action and potentially horror.
Androids using Android. You assault our batteries. Battery and assault. You blame technology, but it's really your fault. You're jailed to devices. You're high on text tones. Trapped behind the iron bars of your cell phones.
What I'm going into next is finding that kind of peaceful spot with my filmmaking and my writing, and exploring these themes of vulnerability and femininity.
Make them stop. Please. Make them leave me alone. Do you trust me? I don't know what I'm supposed to say. You're not supposed to say anything. I I just want to understand. I just want to help.
Right now I'm co-writing a feature film called The Harbor, which is looking to be shot within the next couple of years, directed by Roy Siringo, in my hometown of Tampa. And I'm just gonna keep making shorts for the next few years until hopefully I'll be able to develop my own feature film.
There's one more thing I need to tell you. I got a phone call the other day.
From who?
From your father. It was about 3 days ago. He called from somewhere in Pasco.
Isn't he in jail?
Actually, no. He's been out for about a year now. He got a job working for a trucking company.
What did he say?
David, I don't know if I should.
What did he say?
He wants to see you as soon as possible.
Where?
So some advice I would give to aspiring filmmakers is just do it. Like, no matter how ambitious it seems, no matter how wild it seems, it's either gonna work out or it isn't. But one of the things I've learned from a lot of my films is those mistakes that come from being that ambitious and having these images. There's so much to learn from just kind of going out and doing something and teaching yourself something.
I'll have to say that, of course, story first, but also authenticity. People can read right through the lines, and if your story is not authentic, it needs to come from the soul, essentially, I think, always, and that's what I respond to. That's the kind of movies I love, and I don't think you need any budget can bring that. No camera. It's something that just comes from the artist and the actors and the story.